With Marvel now taking the reins for the comic book section of the Aliens Expanded Universe, a new Alien comic book series is on the way. But before Alien number 1 comes out, they've already started to add the Xenomorph to the Marvel Universe. The alien isn't in the other comics themselves, but instead they are appearing on alternate crossover covers. Several comics, 21 that I could find online, have had an Alien Edition cover art featuring the Xeno, mixing it up with each comic's main team or character. Now, I'm no art critic, but I know what I like, and I want to judge the situations for each cover, with some being pretty true to the Alien universe, and others that are, well, a bit comical. Let's check them out as I rank them from ones that I can pass on to the ones that I'd like to add to my collection. At number 21, we have the Marauders comic cover. It doesn't help that the Marauders is a newer comic series that I'm not really familiar with. I do know that they're a team affiliated with the X-Men even before seeing her X on the belt buckle, although I'm not sure who the heck she really is. It doesn't matter though. I know I said I'm not an art critic, but the image here is still just a bit simple to me. Not much for detail, and the girl looking all scared, yet not seeing the out of scale too big Xeno here is just not cutting it for me, making it the first entry on the list. Next up is number 20 with Black Cat's cover. Okay, so parts of this I like, but mostly as a whole, not so much. The Queen's face is cool, but the crest is just way too big, and Black Cat draped over a bunch of ovomorphs is kinda stupid. Is it supposed to be sexy? If so, I think I'll take a pass on this one. Number 19, Black Widow. Okay, just so you know, I'm not meaning to pick all the female comic covers at the bottom here. It has nothing to do with the characters themselves. It's more on the imagery and the situation. The Black Widow one is just too much like a poster. And that may be what they're going for. It's almost like some old communist poster or Soviet propaganda piece. Either way, she's about to have a really bad day when that Xeno's acid sprays out onto her face, killing her in a horrible fashion. It was nice knowing you, Black Widow. Number 18, Shang-Chi. Okay, so now we're kicking aliens? Well, stupid decisions aside, I like the imagery here. He's obviously deep in an alien hive, and there's a pile of Xenos below him. From what I remember about this guy's powers, which are mostly mastering combat, the very next image here should be of him getting webbed to the wall, or torn to bits by fighting aliens. Number 17, Captain America. This one is interesting. Just how strong is Steve Rogers? Like, can his skin stop the claws and teeth of aliens? What about the acid? It's actually got me curious. Too bad there's no alien story inside the actual comic. The image of a xenomorph trying to get through his shield just works for me. But the background here is non-existent, holding the cover back for me. Number 16 is The Avengers. It's basically a Black Panther cover with T'Challa fighting off a xenomorph. Again, the no background here kinda sucks, but I really like the Xeno and Black Panther here. The alien really looks like the big chap suit in 1979's Alien. The pose is cool, and Black Panther looks elegant and badass here. I do have to wonder if Black Panther's armor could stop alien acid. I know nowadays he's had suits with armor that are more like Iron Man's, but the old school Black Panther suit would melt instantly. And now we have a team comic with X-Force coming in at number 15. I'm actually a fan of most iterations of the X-Force team, and they're usually darker, more adult motives, but the scene here is just too cut and paste, like a bunch of different fights all photoshopped together for one cover. Other than that, I do like it, but like the last one, the background is missing here as well. Yet I will admit, I would read X-Force vs. Aliens though. At number 14 is Iron Fist. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Iron Fist. The Netflix series made him kind of a whiny bitch. But as for the comics, they're not bad. I do love the art style here though. Very abstract. It shows movement in a still image. It's a nice cover. I normally wouldn't care about an Iron Fist alien crossover, but this one has my attention. Next up is Miles Morales at 13. I like this one. Spider-Man and a Xeno falling off of some building or something. Miles charging up, trying to avoid the alien's tail. It's not bad, but not great either. This cover could learn a thing or two from the original Spider-Man's cover that's coming up soon. Number 12, the Hulk. Now the Hulk would make easy work out of any alien, or any planet full of them for that matter. It's not really a contest. Yet here the alien is at least able to draw blood with its claw attacks. I still think that the next frame of this would be Hulk's fist obliterating that Xeno's skull, but this image here reminds me of those amazing Hulk and Wolverine fights from the various comics and cartoons, and I approve. Number 11, Spider-Man. This is the better Spider-Man cover. The background here is filled in nicely with a city below that should be terrified that a Xeno is loose in it. Spider-Man here looks a bit hesitant and likely freaked out by this thing. He's backed up as far as he can go on a cross on the top of the church, which by the way is good symbolism. Spider-Man's about as pure and good as they come, and the Xeno here is pure evil. There's also good detail on the alien, making this one a great cover. And now it's time for the top 10 alien crossover covers, beginning at number 10. Beating out both Spider-Men is Spider-Woman, with her homage to Ripley in the Power Loader facing off with an alien queen. At first I thought the art style was a bit on the childish side, but then I noticed the old Kenner alien feel going on here and changed my mind. This is a fight I'd want to see in comic form, and a nice homage, putting this cover on the top 10 list. Number 9. Wolverine. There are tons of awesome Wolverine focused covers out there. His savage nature works well for exciting action shots, and this one is badass. I can almost hear him yelling with the Xeno screeching in both pain and anger. I love how the acid is slowly melting away his hand, yet the healing factor seems to be holding, for the moment that is. Big chap versus a small statured Wolverine. Marvel, make this one happen. And next up is Marvel's first family, the Fantastic Four, at number 8. This is another one that has Kenner alien vibes. I love how the Queen's breaking out of the street like she has powers and strength beyond what she has in the alien universe. But that works when fighting a team as good as the Fantastic Four. She could almost pass off for one of Mole Man's subterranean creatures that the Four face off with quite often. At number 7 is a newer bad guy, the King in Black with the King of the Symbiotes, Null. This one is just fun to me, where Null probably sees the Xeno as a great pet or a perfect host for a symbiote. I mean, the alien almost already looks like a black symbiote, it just needs that white spider on its chest. Yet we'll hold off for a second because Venom is still on this list. Is it just me though, or is this alien's dorsal pipes or back spines coming off at a weird angle? Either way, it's still a cool image. Number 6, Thor. And man, does Thor look pissed off here. His eyes lit up and his arms muscled out like crazy. I love how his cape and armor pieces are even burned up from the acid. We finally get to see Mjolnir taste acid blood as Thor breaks off the front half of this alien's head like the Predator did in AVP. There's another alien tearing at his leg, giving no care that Thor is a god. This is another one I'd love to see or read. I know it'd be one-sided, but it'd still be really cool to watch. There's just something I like a lot about this X-Men alien crossover at number 5. The Queen looks amazing. She's really done well here, having a spiderish look to her that I really like. I'm not even totally sure what the glowing sacs are meant to be that are under the Queen in her sack. With the center one oozing, it could be like the sacs used to make queens that we saw in Aliens Genocide. Either way, they still look cool. The eggs up front with the spider-like facehugger legs creeping out. There's a layer of steam or smoke on the floor, and then in the middle are Scott and Jean about to tear the place up. Cyclops looks good here, I mean it's classic Cyclops. But Jean in this suit looks awesome. Overall, an amazing cover. Number 4, Captain Marvel. How can I not like this one? It does a great job matching up the comic character to Alien and Ellen Ripley. Using the spacebound Captain Marvel to be Ripley is just perfect. They even both have cats, if you can call Carol's a cat that is. Even the jumpsuit on her fits in with the theme. I keep changing the ranking of this one from 4 to higher, but for now it works fine here. A great homage to Alien at number 4. Number 3, Venom. And this one really could have been number 1. It actually was for most of the time I was putting this list together, but in the end, as amazing as it looks, the idea of it made me want it higher on the list. And because it's so zoomed in, not giving us much, it gets bumped down here to number 3. Yet ask me again in 5 minutes and it may be number 1 again. I mean, an alien and Venom face to face? The only thing better would be a Venomized Xenomorph. Number 2, Daredevil. This one barely lost out on the top spot. I'm not even a Daredevil fan, although the Netflix Daredevil show was pretty badass and needs to come back in some fashion. Yet I love this cover. The contrasting blue and red color is striking. Daredevil's blind, but he sees with sound, and you can see the sound waves coming off his baton. And coming out of the darkness behind him is the alien. It can be a scary image here because you don't see the alien at first, and then it's right there in front of you. I really don't think Daredevil would stand much of a chance against a xenomorph, but I love this cover nonetheless. And my favorite cover is Guardians of the Galaxy. Captain Marvel was the homage to Alien, so here's one for Aliens. Now I like Alien as a movie over Aliens, but I love this cover. Now I do have to admit I'm a fan of the Guardians from way before the movies even came out, so I do have a soft spot for the team, but this cover is amazing. It brings out the dread that the Captain Marvel cover was missing. The Queen looks massive here. The structures holding her up, the sack, her crown, the light peering in from behind her, it all just works. And Groot and Rocket here, even though I can't see their faces, I feel the fear and anxiety that they must be going through. And it's such a cool pose here, imitating Ripley and Newt as they stumble into the Queen's nest. And you know, if there was one more frame here, we'd see Rocket lighting that hive up, making this my favorite Alien crossover cover. I know they kind of flip around for me quite a bit. As a matter of fact, while I'm recording this, looking back, I think the Wolverine one would bump up a little higher to around 5 or 6. So how would you rank these covers? What are your favorite ones? I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching, take care, and I hope to see you next time.